and then bilateral discussion. And we covered a gambit of whole set of areas, including trade, investment opportunities, exploring new avenues of cooperation, strategic and defense cooperation, tourism, agriculture, semiconductors, green energy, skilled labor, empowering youth, and so on and so forth. I am absolutely fascinated by your wonderful, very reassuring and far-sighted talk. You threw light on various important issues, bilateral, multilateral, and focusing on how to promote and enhance our economic relations. I am extremely grateful to you and to your team for your categorical assurance that together we will, inshallah, find new heights to promote our trade, commerce, investments, and of course, non-traditional items which can have great potential for our bright future. Today, of course, we have discussed the possibility of exporting to your great country halal meat to the tune of $200 million per annum. A colleague of mine said, Prime Minister, you have revised your figure from 100 to 200. I said, that's how we achieve targets. And I'm sure, Prime Minister, I'll have your full support on this. I want to assure you from the core of my heart that we will not compromise on quality. We will not dither from our commitment, and we will meet your terms and conditions under all circumstances. And of course, we have discussed export of basmati, and you have been so kind to give us your word of honor that whatever the discrepancy is will be removed. And of course, there was a time when Malaysian boys and girls would come and get their education in Lahore, Karachi, and other places, King Edward Medical College, and so on and so forth. And today, as luck would have it, thousands of Pakistani students are now getting high quality education in Malaysia. I think we are very happy about it, because this is how we are going to, through joint collaboration and cooperation, we are going to synergize and get maximum dividends from our efforts and from our cooperation. Your Excellency, in defense cooperation and security cooperation, we are absolutely ready to further enhance this area through mutual cooperation, and your desire would be my command. Finally, I would like to appreciate on behalf of the people of Pakistan and my government and myself your very clear and very forthright stand on Gaza, oppressed people of Palestine, and of course this recent attack in Lebanon. I think our hearts, it's very, very heart-wrenching. In fact, it's heartbreaking to see this and watch this and read these stories day in and day out of innocent children being martyred, mothers, fathers being martyred in front of their young children, and cities after cities being demolished. I think in contemporary history, this kind of genocide, carnage, there's no parallel to that. I hope and pray to God that through our joint efforts, a ceasefire could be put in place as of yesterday, and peace is restored, and good sense prevails upon. Similarly, the unsettled question of Kashmir, Your Excellency, is a matter of a great concern for peaceful world and of course Islamic world. Innocent people of Kashmir are struggling for their basic rights and still have to be given their right of self-determination. They have struggled, they have paid huge sacrifices, and I think thousands and thousands of Kashmiris have been martyred, and of course worse kind of atrocities committed against them. They have been put in third-class jails, imprisoned for life, and given very severe punishment. Yet Kashmiris are brave people. They have withstood and they have fought all these trials and tribulations with great courage, and I'm sure one day soon they will get their basic right. Excellency, once again, thank you very much for your visit. God bless you, and Pakistan and Malaysian friendship Zindabad. Before I invite you, I'd like to recite Iqbal's, and you will like this stanza. He says very eloquently, Tamanna आबरू की है अगर गुलजार हस्ती में, तमन्ना आबरू की है अगर गुलजार हस्ती में, तो कांटों में उलझकर जिंदगी करने की खू कर ले, और नहीं ये शान खुददारी चमन से तोड़ कर तुझको कोई दस्तार में रख ले, कोई ज़ेबे गुलो कर ले. Thank you very much.
Before I invite Your Excellency the Prime Minister of Malaysia for his remarks, I would like to announce that Pakistan is translating His Excellency Dato Seri Anwar Ibrahim's book titled Script into Urdu language. Script stands for sustainability, care and compassion, respect, innovation, prosperity and trust. These 6 values were selected because of how they integrate together and reinforce one another. The script acronym has been translated as Madani in Malay. It is the current national policy framework serving as a resource for understanding the essentials of governance, social justice, and community building. The book will be launched as soon as the translation is completed. Now I invite Your Excellency your remarks.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulil kareem. Shukriya, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, for the hospitality to my delegation, for your kind remarks, for your support, and not merely a friendship or diplomatic encounter, but for a brotherly spirit shown and the love and affection as brothers. Well, I am a friend, a brother of Pakistan, and I think my visit is, of course, very meaningful to me, very personal, because it's the land envisioned by Allama Muhammad Iqbal. With his wisdom, the philosopher poet has placed in his writings, in his speeches, such a vision, and we just hope that this spirit lives on in the hearts and minds not only of Pakistanis but also the Muslims throughout the world. But as I remarked, this is also the land led by one esteemed world statesman, Khairul Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And I recall that many of my speeches, lectures, I have never failed to cite some of his brilliant speeches, including the compelling case for Pakistan in his 1947 Constituent Assembly speech. Now, we've had extensive discussions. It's amazing. It's only through not only bilateral encounter, but a trusted friendship that we can agree on a number of issues. And you have proven what many of us believe, very serious, very business-like, down to earth, get things done.
Thank you very much.
And I don't envy your colleagues. but it means well for the future of Pakistan. And so we'll meet next month in Kuala Lumpur, inshallah. The Joint Review Committee of the Malaysia-Pakistan Close Economic Partnership Agreement for the Joint Commission meeting. And we'll follow through with my colleagues in detail in specific programs to make sure that those things we have agreed will be implemented. On the beef import, it shouldn't be a problem, and we will certainly look at it. And we still import. We import from other countries. I don't see any reason why we can't import from Pakistan.
Thank you very much.
There's no issue of halal. In all my travels, Pindi and Karachi and Islamabad, Lahore, and of course Sharimala Gardens is my favorite. I would just love to bring my wife and be more romantic in that place. We don't have an issue with the halal certification, but we'll go through the process and we'll certainly speed up the import from Pakistan. Similarly, rice. We do import rice, and we have agreed the initial 100,000 metric tons. We'll see the price mechanisms, etc. But I can assure you there's no differentiation in terms of import duty imposed. In fact, I'm pleased to announce to you that the trade office, Smart Trade, will open next month in Karachi. On the issue of collaborations as skilled labor, we will certainly look forward, because our focus on the professionals required to satisfy the new demands, huge, massive investments, probably the largest in the ASEAN region in terms of IT, digital, and AI. And I'm pleased, alhamdulillah, that Malaysia is regarded as one of the important hubs for semiconductor industry. And we should be able to collaborate on that field too. We discussed in a variety of issues on special economic zone, on the issue of trade investments, on military and defense procurement, particularly in areas that you have been able to succeed, even in collaborating with Turkey. On flights, thank you very much for the additional 4 flights. Malaysia look forward to increasing that, because there are some triple sort of interest, triple numbers of tourists from Malaysia to Pakistan, which sees the potential of this beautiful country. And I think in this relation, we would certainly welcome Pakistani tourists into Malaysia. Only advantage, not only advantage, one of the key advantages is that we have warm water throughout the year to swim, as long as you wear something. Now, on EV and car, there are specific areas. I wouldn't dwell on these subjects, because I think many of the issues have been discussed, and we are supposed to follow through. But you did mention about the some of the international concerns. I followed your speech at the United Nations General Assembly compelling case to respect human rights, justice all over the world, and you made a compelling case for Palestine and Gaza. And we appreciate your stance, and it is being followed, it's viral, admired by many of those who believe in freedom and justice.
Okay.
The problem is more precarious, of course, now with the expanded and extended war aggression into Lebanon and the continued genocide into Gaza and the West Bank. We have said that this issue is not an issue of, it's not a war between two countries. It is completely intransigence and aggression, disregarding all fundamental rules of international order, and the plight of the Palestinians for the 7 decades now, dispossessed, denied of their basic rights. And you have seen not only inconsistency, but hypocrisy in many so-called countries talking about human rights and freedom, hectoring the world about human rights and freedom, but certainly being very selective in the decisions. On Kashmir, which you discussed, we have said clearly that we are committed to support the United Nations Security Council resolution.
Thank you.
But the concern of human rights concerns is, of course, our concern. We'll continue to voice in through channels that is acceptable, and we pray, inshallah, that this issue be amicably resolved. We did discuss on issues like Afghanistan, hoping to achieve some sort of a regimen and international recognition, hoping that also that Afghan authorities and government also concede and try to make the adjustments necessary to secure peace with its neighbors, and also to ensure that some policies are generally acceptable to the international community, including women's right to education. We discussed the need to continue our engagement with the United States of America as an important country in terms of trade, investments, and diplomatic relations, but also to accept the fact that we are an independent nation. And ASEAN, for example, ASEAN centrality regards the relations with our neighbors as very important, and therefore our strengthening bond of relations with China. So again, let me thank you. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for reciting this great poem from Allama Muhammad Iqbal. Very impressive. I know you try to convince me that you memorize some, and I don't, except for being a very serious student who try and grasp the values, the message, the compelling case for dignity that is expounded by Allama Muhammad Iqbal. So shukriya, Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
वज़ीर-ए-आज़म मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ और मलेशियन हम मनसब की मुश्तरका न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस